Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for everybody who made the trek up to Nordegg, Alberta, in the heart of the great riding of Rimbey Rocky Mountain House Sundry, the best constituency, I believe, in the province of Alberta, which I have the privilege of representing as MLA. I am Jason Nixon. I am also the Minister of Assisted Living and Social Services in the province of Alberta, and we're here today for a very important announcement here in Nordegg. Just for some of you who are traveling to Nordegg for the first time, this place is actually Lucky Goose Valley. A lot of people don't know that. But when Martin Nordegg found the coal stream that would eventually become the mine that would make this great town, he was out surveying, and during that walk he found a couple of geese that he decided would look good for supper. And so he shot and he missed one goose, and he shot and he missed the second goose. And in those days, if you shot 3 times, that meant you were in trouble, so he couldn't shoot no more. He sat down. He was quite upset that he didn't get any supper. He looked up and saw the coal vein that would become Nordegg, Alberta. It would ultimately make him a very wealthy man and move our community forward, and decided to name this valley Lucky Goose Valley. So welcome to Lucky Goose Valley, which I believe is a pretty lucky place to be. I'd like to thank all of our partners who are here today, including the Federation of Alberta Gas Co-ops, the Rocky Gas Co-op, and of course, Clearwater County, for all of their hard work and innovation in getting us to where we are today. I am very proud to be a rural Albertan, and many of my colleagues are very proud to be from rural portions of our province. Our government understands firsthand the challenges that rural communities in Alberta are facing, and we understand the challenges in accessing affordable and reliable utilities. We understand the impact the cost of utilities are having on Albertans across the province, but particularly in rural communities. And that's why I'm so pleased to be part of this announcement today, which will highlight ways that our government is supporting rural Albertans. And joining me today is my colleague and my friend, the Honourable Nathan Neudorf, the Minister of Affordability and Utilities, Clearwater County Reeve Michelle Swanson, and members of Clearwater County Council, Tom Key, Executive Director of Fed Gas, and Cindy Montgomery, General Manager of Rocky Gas Co-op. And without further ado, I'd like to ask him to join us, and for his announcement, my friend Nathan Neudorf, welcome to Nordegg, and the podium is yours, sir.
Well, thank you, Minister Nixon, for that introduction. You truly are a friend and a terrific representative of this area. It is absolutely beautiful, and it's just an honor to be here. Again, thank you to everyone who's been here today or joined us here today in the village of Nordegg, right on the doorstep of the Rocky Mountains. Every time I'm in this part of the province, and this is the first time I've been here, but I have been through this area before, I'm reminded of the limitless potential of this area. And it's not just because of the iconic landscapes, but the warm hospitality and the can-do spirit of the people who make this area their home. As beautiful as this area is, life here is not without its unique challenges, particularly when it comes to utilities. No one understands this better than my colleagues and the value partners that are here today, who have worked tirelessly to make life better for the communities in this area. And that is why I am so excited to announce that we're helping to do just that by delivering natural gas service to those living in and around Nordegg. Through the Rural Gas Program, our government is providing $2.5 million to build a natural gas pipeline. My notes say feel free to make a joke about getting a pipeline built. I think everybody in this area realizes why that would be humorous. It is not just the challenges of maybe political policies, but the hard rock that makes this area just as challenging as it is. But we're very thrilled to make this announcement. Right now, many in this community rely on costlier alternative fuels like propane to keep their families, their homes, and businesses warm. While that may not seem like much of an issue today, although it is a little rainy outside, and in the middle of summer, we know that cooler weather is never too far away in Alberta. This project would not only bring safe, reliable, and more affordable home heating to the area, but lay the groundwork to help this beautiful part of the province grow and thrive for many years to come. And the best part of that, thanks to the work of our partners at Fed Gas, the Rocky Gas Co-op, and Clearwater County Council, construction on the 11-kilometer pipeline is already underway and expected to be completed this fall. So congratulations to all of you for their hard work, and thank you again. That means more families will be able to affordably and reliably keep their homes warm this coming winter. And once they're on natural gas, they could save up to 25% on their utility bills. It also means that more businesses can set up shop right here in Nordegg, contributing to the local economy, creating more opportunity, and boosting local employment. We're unlocking the incredible potential of tourism and economic growth, the likes of which has not been seen since Nordegg was a bustling mining community that played a significant role in the second stage of steam coal development and had the basic electricity powered by a generator at the mine before electricity was even common in Alberta. This area and its people have done so many amazing things for our province, and I know that with this project, there's many more amazing achievements yet to come. Thank you again to our partners at FedGas, the Rocky Gas Co-op, and the Clearwater County for helping make this possible. And I'm very proud that our government is able to partner with you and play a role in creating a better, brighter future for Nordegg and the surrounding communities. Thank you once again, and now I'll ask and turn things over to Clearwater County Reeve, Michelle Swanson, to say a few words.
Sorry, I gotta adjust here. The two men before me are tall acts to follow. So good afternoon, everyone, and we welcome both Ministers Neudorf and Nixon here, along with Mr. Key from the Federation, my Clearwater County councillors, and of course, the honorable guests with the Rocky Gas Co-op as well. So I'm delighted to stand here and with you today and share this exciting launch of the Nordegg natural gas project. It's an initiative that represents significant investment in our community and the sustainable energy future. The Nordegg community and surrounding area has relied on the propane to heat their homes for a very long time. We believe that natural gas is a vital part of energy transition, providing a cleaner alternative, and while supporting all the economic potential growth in the area. I would also like to take this moment to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our partners. Their commitment, expertise, collaboration is instrumental in bringing this project to fruition. Together, we're not just investing in energy, we're building a safer, sustainable future for the community of Nordegg and surrounding area. So on behalf of Clearwater County Council, thank you for investing in our rural Alberta. It's a brighter future ahead. And with that, I'll ask Mr. Keys to say a few words.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you, Reeve Swanson. In regards to the meeting today, I'd just like to say thank you for the invite. So I am Tom Key, the Executive Director for the Federation of Alberta Gas Co-ops. I do represent rural gas cooperatives, utilities, municipal gas utilities, and First Nation gas utilities across the province. This announcement is the result of tremendous amount of work and innovation to get the pipeline here today. We have a proud history in Alberta that is about neighbors helping neighbors. We believe that all Albertans should have access to natural gas, and we work with communities and with people to help ensuring the importance of service of delivering natural gas to the neighbors. In regards to providing funding, that is through the Rural Gas Program. It is a crucial, excuse me, I need to put on my glasses here. Crucial to the ongoing expansion of Alberta's natural gas distribution system. It is through this support from the Alberta government that gas co-ops in the province are helping more rural communities, more of our neighbors get connected to natural gas heating, affordable and reliable utilities. That is something we are very proud to be part of, along with the Rocky Gas Co-op. We look forward to working on more projects through the ongoing partnership with government. It truly is enabling very important work. So thank you. And at this time, I'd like to turn it to Minister Nixon.
Well, thank you for that, Tom. And again, thank you for everybody being here today. Thank you, Minister Neudorf, for what is an exciting announcement for our community. I'd like to thank all of our partners, again, who have worked tirelessly to make this happen. Standing here in Nordegg is always a reminder of the great entrepreneurs that came before us in this province, that made the province that we call home. And those of us who still call these places home know in some ways not as tough of struggles as they had as they came through here. Fort Rocky Mountain House, as an example, Minister, was founded in 1799, just to the east of us. And so there's been a lot of European settlement in this corridor for a long time. And of course, our friends at the Ochese and Sunchild and the Small Boys Camp and the Bighorn have been here for a long time, making life work in a very remote and beautiful place that requires extra work to be able to make happen, but has at times been the lifeblood of the entire province. And Nordegg is a great example of that. And I'm just very thankful that my government, through the leadership of your ministry, are stepping up to continue to make sure that Nordegg will play a large role in the future of this province. The mining days are over. The tourism days have started up here. We encourage everybody to come up to Nordegg and see some of the most beautiful scenery up here. And with this announcement, we're guaranteeing that Nordegg will continue to have a big future in our province. So I appreciate that. And with that, we will turn it over to our press secretaries for Q&A. All yours.
Good. Well, that wraps up the formal portion of today's program. We will now move to a media Q&A. Any reporters are asked to please state their name, their outlet, and they will get one question, one follow-up. There is a microphone at the back if you'd like to step up and ask any questions. If not, we will start with calls on the phone. Okay, come on.
Hello. All right, so it's Kai with the Mountaineer in Rocky Mountain House, and just is the microphone okay?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, sure. And so, what's the basically? I mean, this initiative is kind of like to lower the cost of the utility in the area.
Well, it came about through Fed Gas and Rocky Mountain Gas Co-op. They had a surplus left over last year, and they asked for the government to consider reprofiling to allow for this project to take place. It solves a number of issues. One, lowering the emissions from using propane for home heating to natural gas. Two is it will, in the long term, reduce the costs of heating homes in the area, which is tremendous. And three, it just provides that stability and sustainability of a great project where they don't have to worry about propane tanks freezing. They don't have to worry about trying to refill them in the middle of winter. They can just have it piped right to the house. So it's a long-term efficiency, lowering emissions and cost savings initiative, and we're very proud of our providers for bringing that request. It was really a common sense decision to allow this to happen. Yeah, you bet.
Minister's answer is 100% correct. One thing I would add to that as well is the fire safety impact. We're seeing challenges right now, particularly with some of the fires we've seen in the north right now, where communities that are being fed by propane are adding extra risk both to firefighters and to that community. And then also taking longer to bring in recovery measures to those communities as a result of being fed by propane. So that is another benefit of the announcement beyond just the economic benefits to this area that the announcement's in today.
Did you have a follow-up?
Yes, and still economic, the cost side of things, and so what it's the government's target to how many percent approximately going to be lower the cost?
Well, it's up to 25% per month. It can vary, obviously, as a commodity. Both propane and natural gas costs can fluctuate season and time and supply. But we anticipate this once the initial stages are over. There would have to be some changes to individual appliances within homes. But beyond that, the ongoing operational costs would be significantly less over the long run. So from month to month immediately, and then over the long term, certainly. Great.
Okay, we will now move to calls on the phone. Operator, please put through the first caller.
Your first question comes from Michelle Belfontaine of CBC. Your line is already open.
Oh, hi. I have a question for, two questions for Minister Nixon. Minister, I wanted to ask about your government's requirement for AISH recipients to apply for the federal disability tax credit in order to get the Canada Disability Benefit. Now, your government has set a deadline of September 5th for AISH recipients to contact their local AISH office to update them about the status of the DTC and CDB applications. Healthcare providers are telling me that they're overwhelmed by requests from patients to get these forms filled out. And many AISH recipients won't have them by September 5th. So just two questions here. Why is the deadline September 5th? And is your government considering extending it?
So the deadline of September 5th is not to be completed the federal application process, but is to have been checked in with your AISH workers and being in communication with them through this process. We, again, social services ministers across the country, called on the federal government, will continue to call on the federal government to immediately grandfather in anybody underneath existing disability programs in any of the provinces under the Canadian Disability Benefit. We think it's ridiculous that the federal government requires them to reapply again, given that they've already gone through the vigorous process of the provinces to go on to permanent disabilities. The federal minister has indicated that they do not want to do that. They want to see a reapplication process. I refer you to the federal government as to why that decision is, but we will not be cutting off AISH benefits in September if people are still working through their process with the said federal government. The September date is a date that you have to have checked in with your worker and shown that you're working through that process with your assigned AISH worker.
And as a follow-up, I know I've asked you before about the AISH payments that people here get, and you tell me that the AISH benefit is the highest in the country, and so you're treating the Canada Disability Benefit as a non-exempt income because AISH is higher than the threshold set by the federal government. That's what you've told me. I have been talking to AISH recipients, and they say they cannot make ends meet on $1,901 a month. So I'm asking you, Minister, what do you suggest they do?
Well, again, I think, first of all, we need to be giving accurate numbers. So AISH payments are more than $1,901 a month. AISH together, when we bring in things like medical benefits, in other aspects of the program, get around $2,300, $2,400. Again, tax-free. And so when you take that line into place, it is a considerable amount, given in comparison to other provinces. Ontario would be, I don't have an exact number right in front of me where I'm at right now, Michelle, but I know you've been given it before, but about $500 less a month than Alberta. Saskatchewan, about $480 less a month. BC, about $430 less a month. The reality is Alberta has the highest AISH payments in the country. We're going to continue to do so. We've indexed it to inflation. And we're going to move forward with the process that we have in our province, because to do so, to copy another province, would be reducing AISH benefits significantly, something we're not prepared to do. The reason that the CDB is calculated in the calculation is no different than any other income. Income is totally calculated in all AISH applications, and not just the CDB. The reality is that is the process that's set out in legislation, the process that we continue to follow. What the federal government has asked provinces to do is to meet their number, which is $1,811 a month base rate. We're $1,901 a month, so we've already exceeded it. So that's what I'm referring to, is that we've exceeded that benchmark, the only province that has. And so we would call again on the federal government to meet Alberta's ambition. I think they should immediately raise their rates up to about $1,901 in line with Alberta. And other provinces should also start to raise theirs. They are considerably lower. Alberta will continue to have the highest numbers. The number one thing, Michelle, that AISH recipients tell me that is a challenge for them is when they leave AISH and go on to federal programs. So if you turn 65 and you're no longer eligible for AISH, and you then end up underneath the federal government's Canadian Pension Plan process for disabilities, you receive a pay cut over $100 a month. So again, Alberta is leading the way in this perspective, and we're going to continue to lead the way.
All right, operator, please put through the next caller.
Your next question comes from Catherine Grakowski of Alberta Today. Your line is already open.
Thanks. This question's for Minister Neudorf. I'm wondering, how much is the province going to save since it doesn't have to, once this pipeline is up and running, since it won't have to give out the remote area heating allowance program grants?
Yeah, we haven't calculated that thus far. This program isn't meant to replace that. It may allow us to reach other community members or the increase in community members who will still need that. So this is not an effort to reduce the grant funding. Because it's through a grant, those grant numbers are stable from year to year, and that's our intent to keep that going. So this is not about provincial government savings. This is a rural community that was very common sense and cost conscious. They had a surplus from a year. They asked for a reallocation. We agreed with that common sense approach to serve more customers, and the overall grant from year to year will remain the same or increase depending on the budget process each year.
Okay. And as an unrelated follow-up, you sent a direction letter to ASO, and there's going to be some changes to the planned rollout of day-ahead market design. I'm wondering what stakeholders you spoke with for that, and what did they say to prompt those changes?
Well, we have continued to partner with the ISO on the engagement with stakeholders. I think you're referring to the change from average calculation line losses to localized marginal pricing. It is more accurate. It is used in many jurisdictions in North America and around the world, and it is a better long-term structure for us to incorporate into the new market. With that, we've also created the opportunity for bridge financing under financial transmission rights to take what they're receiving now under the energy-only market to the new market structure under the REM, and the financial transmission rights will make them whole in that sense. It's a lever that we know we need to do in the transition period over the next 8 to 10 years as the new market structure comes into place. And again, we want to design the best long-term market structure for Alberta, and then also realize that there will be some transitioning from what we have now to that future state, and we've accounted for both.
All right, and that concludes today's press conference. Thank you for coming and tuning in.
Great. Thanks, everybody.